Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm covering 90 Day Fiance season 7 episode 7. This episode I found was quite boring. I was very distracted. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm really excited to see next episode, and I'm guessing we'll get that. That's the last episode before the holidays that we'll get. So I'm very excited for next episode. This episode, we're just kind of gonna go quick with it because it was mainly boring. So if Anna and Marcel, the same storyline, haven't told the parents. Anna has her bachelorette party. She's drinking, she's having a good time, which causes her to have some loose lips, and she ends up telling her friends that Marcel doesn't go down on her, but she doesn't like that anyway, so it's like a win-win. The bedroom is nice and blah 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 blah, things I didn't care for. Her sons still don't like him, and he still won't tell his family. She has now kind of given him an ultimatum. She's told him that I'm not going to marry you if you're not going to inform your family because I don't want to be kept a secret. And he's all about, oh, I made this sacrifice, I left everything behind. And I'm just like, Marcel, did you really expect for her to leave her family behind to be with you? Like, I don't know. With him, I feel like he's not being logical. He's not being smart about things. How are you going to tell a mother to leave their children? Not even one. Like, leave her whole family to be with you and pretend that, like, your family doesn't exist to my family. So, well, we'll see next week what happens when he actually does tell his parents. So next we have Michael and Juliana. Now, listening to their segments, it really, really hurt me. Like, I felt so bad for Juliana because you can tell that, like, everything is finally sinking in. Yes, she's getting married to someone she loves, and yes, they are happy and whatnot, but she's realizing that she doesn't really have anything. She heavily relies on this man. This man has all the power. This man can kick her out. This man can do so much things to her. And because she doesn't have maybe the financial means to survive alone in this country, she could end up stranded. So I was so sad when she was just like, oh, I'm a loser and blah blah blah, why did I choose modeling and stuff like that. But she also needs to take into account the opportunities she was presented with. I'm sure if she had the opportunities to go to a grade school, post-secondary education and stuff like that, she would look at life a little bit differently. But she didn't have those opportunities, and she was just there to support her family, be there for her family, provide for her family, so she didn't get those opportunities. I appreciate the mediators explanations as to, like, why you shouldn't just say you don't want anything and things that she needs to think about, because she's young, but she's not that young to not think about money and how it's being spent and how much is coming in, type of thing. You know you're poor, don't you? So you are aware that how much money you have and stuff. I can understand sticking your head in the sand and just pretending and hoping all your problems go away, but you gotta address it. Michael kind of rubbed me the wrong way when he it just seems like he wants to really not even divide it, because share like even like a 20% portion. He wants everything in his name, not even like the house, like, come on. And then like nothing in her name, but then he's going to give her money and she's gonna work, type of thing. It definitely does not seem like a fair deal, and Michael kind of comes off looking a little grimy for that. But she's going to find her independence, and she's gonna make it on her own, with or without Michael, and I appreciate that. So next we have Emily and Sasha. So Emily and Sasha finally get to the States to meet her family. Her mom and her sister are waiting, anxiously waiting, and all they care about is the baby. And I can relate because I have a little niece and all I care about is her. I want to do everything for her. I want to buy her everything. She's my little princess, so I can understand them just being infatuated with the baby. When they saw Emily and Sasha, it was David, everything. He is a very big baby. And at first I thought like, oh, maybe Emily is on the smaller side, so her baby kind of looks bigger. But when mom was holding it, when sister was holding him, he looked big. He looked like he doesn't miss a meal for nobody. Anyways, so they are so excited to see the baby. Oh, baby this, baby that, let me hold him, blah, blah, blah. He's mine. Oh my god, my baby. And Emily and Sasha are loving it. So I don't know why Sasha had to open his mouth and talk about, oh, like, what is cereal? A valid question. If you don't know what it is, you'd want it explained to you. He's told what it is. Yes, cereal is sugary and unhealthy. We all know that. But for him to kind of like look down at his sister and his sister's shopping or grocery choices, I felt it was uncalled for. I'm like, you're a guest. It's one thing if you have an allergy, but you know how you just eat things for sibling, not really for siblings, but for family. You don't like something, but your great aunt made it, and she's like watching you eat. Just eat a little bit of it. Like, but he was very opinionated about what they're eating and things of that nature. His sister did not need to be lying, talking about, oh, you know, I usually eat healthy, but you know, for you guys, I was like, stop it. So then it's his first day there, and she's Emily's like, okay, so what do you want to do? You're here, we can do this, we can see the city. And he's like, I'd like to go to a gym. And they're like, excuse me? And he was just like, yeah, I'd like to go to the gym. I haven't worked out in a while, I need to work out. So her sister was looking at them like, really? And then Emily's like, oh yeah, I would like to go to the gym. That's what I want to do. While they're at the gym, you can see and tell Emily's insecurities about her not being in shape. I guess how Sasha likes his woman. For her to be in shape so he doesn't look at someone else and then leave her like he did the others. I'm like, girl, what about yourself? Like, if you don't feel like you want to lose the weight as fast as you want to, you don't have to. I feel like she's pressured into this. So Sasha's at the gym working out, living his best life, and Emily makes a comment saying, you know, like, when I get a job, this can't really be happening. You're going to stay home and watch the baby. And he was just like, yeah, that's nice and all, but like, your family's gonna help me, so, and like, just for a couple of hours. And I'm just like, boy, how long are you going to the gym for? We say, when he says a couple of hours, to me, in my head, I'm thinking like 4, and not like an hour and a half, like regular folks. He's like, I need to maintain my body for my job, and blah, 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 for, I guess, his future job. And Emily is not really, I feel like she needs to replay the tapes of her talking about, I'm not going to be that woman. Those women were mistakes, but I'm not a mistake. And I hope she plays that back and listens to herself, because you're looking like ex-wife number 3. But that's none of my business. Anyways, so the next couple we have is Robert and Annie. They had one little segment and they're fighting as usual. For some reason, Robert thought it was smart to take Annie to see I guess a condo or apartment, and the apartment was amazing, looks beautiful, looks expensive, everything that Annie wants, and then it's 1750, which is reasonable living here in Toronto. And he was just like, oh yeah, so I re-signed, not I signed, I re-signed my lease with my building recently. I'm like, Robert, why would you bring her there if you know you can't afford it, and you, because I know he can't afford it, and you have no intentions on leaving your place for another year at least. So it's been told to Annie that there's no way that they can get it without breaking a lease or subletting and all this mumbo jumbo. And Annie is done with her living situation. She does not want to sleep in a bed with a little boy who sleeps like he's mad. And she wants to be intimate with her husband or her man, and she can't do that if she's sleeping in bed with a baby. She doesn't also want to sleep on the couch, because who gives up everything to move into an apartment where you're sleeping on the couch? And she's like very mad, and she's trying to fight for this place, but she doesn't really understand the concept of like a lease agreement and things of that nature. But I have the same question as Annie did to Robert. Like, why did you bring me here? Why did you show me this? You knew I was gonna like it, and you knew you signed a contract for another year. But you knew I was coming, and yet you signed that lease again. This is what happens when you're with somebody for 8 hours and you propose to them. Like, this is what happens. This is crazy. Okay, next we have, last but not least, we have Mike and Natalie. These people are kind of getting on my nerves too. There was so much, when are you gonna have a baby? Kids, baby, family, brought up in their segments that I was getting so sick and tired of hearing it. They have a disagreement when it comes to religion. She wants him baptized. He does not believe her beliefs. He does not believe them. And it's not something it's not something that looks like they can come to agreement. It's one of those things where agree to disagree, where the baby can practice your stuff and my stuff together and just raise the baby with two different religions or two different beliefs. Whew, sorry. It's late. But every time I'm hearing the same story, Robert, Mike, you don't want to go to church and you don't want to believe in God. All this stuff, and like, I feel like the more she forces it down him, the more she gets upset, the more she gets frustrated. So they're arguing. They still haven't come to a conclusion. Mike hasn't agreed with her on anything she said. So she's getting emotional, she's getting sad, because it's almost like she's looking at her dreams, her wishes kind of disintegrate. And it's kind of everything she's kind of hoped for and dreamed is not coming to fruition. So she gets very frustrated. So Mike comes out. Mike's like chilling and stuff, talking to mom and everything. And her mom, all her mom kept talking about was babies. We're gonna have a baby, my grandson, 2 kids, blah blah blah. Like, literally every sentence out of her mouth was about babies, children, family. And Natalie was tired of hearing it. She got overwhelmed. She copped an attitude. She was in her feelings, and she just can't take it anymore. And I feel like that is something big. Religion is something big, as well as children. You can't agree on both of those. So those are 2 big factors as to why this might not work out. it could work out, but there has to be a lot of either compromising or agree to disagree, but we can live under one roof type of thing. Because I don't know what she's gonna do if, it's not like he doesn't want to have kids, but he doesn't want to have kids now. And she wants to have kids like tomorrow. The religion thing, I think they can get past, because I don't mind embracing someone else's religion and not having their beliefs affect me, but still support them in their religion. Okay, so with that being said, this is the end of my recap. This was once again a boring episode. I was zoning out a lot. I cannot wait until next episode. Oh! I forgot to talk about Angela and Michael. There's really nothing much to say. Michael needs to go take his visa application. Angela is planning to buy a wedding dress. She's really planning for the wedding with the hopes that he gets the visa approved. What else with them? She's talking to her family about the rules of when Michael comes. I don't like how she calls him Papa. That sounds weird. So yeah, that's kind of it with them. I can't believe I totally forgot about them, but their segment was pretty boring too. It was not memorable. So let's try this again. With that being said, this is the end of my recap, for sure, on 90 Day Fiance Season 7, Episode 7. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm just a dumb cunt, fucking sick and tired of it. Maybe I could front love, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.